Hi and welcome. My name is Ashley Clarke. I am a certified yoga instructor and I work with the UAB Employee Assistance and Counseling Center to offer gentle yoga to the UAB community. So all you'll need today is a mat and yourself. If you would like to add a blanket or a towel or a soft pillow, that's always nice to have something to sit on. If we do something for knees, it's nice to have something under your knees to kind of give you a little padding. So grab those things and I'll meet you right here in a comfy seat. As you're ready, you can bring your hands together at heart center, palms together. Just starting to find just enough stillness that you can start to notice what's going on around you. Just making note of it, observing it, and then moving on to the next sensation, whether it be another noise that you hear, another sound. Could be a sound from my space or yours. So thank you for inviting me in. So just noticing what's going on around you externally. Noticing the air on your skin. Is it cool? Is it warm? Is it just right? Just making note of what it is that you are observing from an external source. So anything that might be. And then just starting to notice how you're feeling in your physical body right now. So are you feeling wide awake? Are you feeling like you just are getting the day started? Where are you feeling? What are you feeling in your physical body right now? You can release the hands down from prayer. Just let them rest on your legs. Really start to feel into the body. From the bottoms of the feet, from however that is in your comfortable seat. Through the legs. There should be some movement here. No reason to stay still. You can keep the eyes closed, soft gaze towards the floor if that's more comfortable. But you're just starting to feel into your body. How do your hips feel? Through the torso, through the chest. How is your back this morning? Or anytime, whenever it's my morning, sorry. And elongate the spine, kind of roll from shoulder to shoulder, just almost like ratcheting yourself up taller, just feeling into all of those little nooks and crannies in your body, just seeing how you feel, observing it, and moving on. And give yourself just another moment or two. And then as you're ready, let's take a nice big deep breath together. So we'll inhale deep and then sigh it out with an audible sigh. Here we go. Inhale deep. Exhale, let it go. So as you start to notice how that feels within your body, maybe you just noticed a little bit more relaxation just became available to you just by giving yourself that simple, deep cleansing breath. So let's start to turn the focus inward. We'll just start to notice how we're feeling emotionally, mentally today, right now, in this moment. Noting whatever comes up, whatever shows up. And then just letting it go. So attaching no significance whatsoever to whatever shows up here, just allowing yourself to make a note and move on. Notice if any physical awarenesses, sensations start to show up the deeper we sit, the longer we sit. So we'll start to send awareness to the breath. You don't have to change anything about it, just start to be aware of it. So as the mind starts to wander now, come back to the breath. Those inhales and exhales, that's all you have to do. Breathe in and breathe out. So with the eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor, we're going to start to bring awareness to the sits bones, those two little bony points right at the bottom of the tailbone. We're just going to start to press that into the floor, into the blanket, sending the hips forward just a bit. We're just going to start to elongate through the spine. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep the hands in the lap. And as the tailbone presses into the floor and the spine elongates, the crown of the head goes up towards the sky. Take an inhale, reach the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, let the shoulders roll down the back, opening through the heart, bringing the shoulder blades closer together. And maybe pick the hands up and then lay them right back into the lap. Just relaxing here for a minute. I don't think that's a word, but you get it. Now find your breath again. Maybe it's a little deeper this time. Maybe with this now elongated spine, you start to feel the ribs expand forward and back to the sides. You start to feel the breath come a little bit higher into the chest. And keep the shoulders relaxed, attention to the low back, don't let it round out. Keep the tall spine. And keep the deep breath. Two more. Take a nice big deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Notice how you feel now, within, without, externally, internally, here, grounded and centered in this moment. As you're ready, we'll take an inhale. We'll reach the arms up over the head. Send the gaze up towards the fingertips. Release the shoulders down. So you're letting the fingertips stretch, throat stretch as the head looks up, as the eyes send the gaze up. but the shoulders stay down. Awareness to the tailbone, press it into the floor, really elongate through the spine and breathe. Inhale here. And then exhale, bring that left hand down outside of the left hip. The palm's going to come to the mat. Start to bend that left elbow, reaching the right fingertips away. So as you do that, think about keeping the heart open. So if you feel like the chest is leaning towards the knees, try to rotate through that side and reach the fingertips away. Shining the heart forward. You should be feeling this all through the inside of the shoulder. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders if you can. One more breath. Now, as you're ready, you're going to slowly start to send the chest towards that left knee as that right arm comes long, stretched out, right fingertips away from you. Stretching through, maybe using your hand to walk the fingertips away. This left hand can come join. You're just breathing in and out here, feeling some release through that lower back, stretching through this right side body. It deepens with however far you walk those fingertips away from you. Relax through the head. If your body wants a little bit more, you might even start to try to press that right knee down towards the mat. Pressing the right hip away from you, feeling it deeper. Release the jaw. As you're ready, use your hands to start to walk yourself all the way back up. Take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring this left hand over towards the outside of the right knee. Right fingertips come behind you to remind the back to stay nice and tall. So we're just giving ourselves a counter stretch to what we just did. Cold stretch right here at the beginning. Send the sits bones down towards the floor. Really elongate through the spine. Crown towards the ceiling. And then maybe turn the right or the nose towards the right shoulder. Find some length here and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, we'll come back to center. Tall spine, hands rest in the lap. Gaze straight ahead, take an inhale here. And then exhale, dip the chin down towards the chest. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then let them fold down the back. Heart forward. Chin down deeper, breathe. Just feeling that stretch through the back of the neck. Take an inhale with the chin down towards the chest. And then exhale, slow rise. Nose comes back forward, gaze towards me. We'll reset that spine. Take an inhale. Send the arms up over the head. Gaze follows. Another stretch through the throat as the shoulders relax. Gaze up. Press those sits bones in. Lower core belly engaged. Two more breaths. Really sigh it out. Get it out. Inhale. And as you exhale, that right arm comes down, palm flat on the mat. Start to bend that right elbow as you reach those left fingertips away. Shine the heart towards the side, so don't collapse down. You're feeling this and the side body. We'll get to the lower back in a moment. Right now, we're just focusing on the side body. Breathe. Inhale. And as you're ready, exhale, turn the chest towards the leg and then send those left fingertips down towards the floor. Right hand can come up to meet it. Just start to walk the fingertips away. Find that spot where it feels so good to stretch it out. And then release the jaw. Release the teeth. Breathing into the upper body. Maybe sending the left hip down towards the mat. One more breath. And then inhale, slowly start to walk yourself up. We'll come back to that tall spine, sits bones into the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, right arm comes outside of left knee, left fingertips behind, reminding the back to stay nice and tall. Shine the heart forward. Press the sits bones down. Inhales and exhales. Maybe the nose goes towards the left shoulder. Relax the throat, the jaw. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to center. Hands come back to the knees. Tall spine. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. So we're going to bring the hands back together at heart center, rubbing the palms together. Creating a little heat within the hands. And then bring them to stillness. You're going to just interweave your fingers and start to rotate your wrists. You can keep the elbows together or apart. You're just moving through, almost like you're a little snake or something, just moving through, getting into the wrists. Getting that synovial fluid moving before we put weight on our hands. All right, shake it out. And then as you're ready, we'll move into table. So for your table, since we'll be on our knees for a moment, if you want to take your blanket, you can use it. I'm going to unfold mine just a little bit. It's pretty thick. So I'm going to bring that under my knees, and then I'm just going to set my wrists right up under my shoulders. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Knees are right under hips, and the soles or the tops of my feet are on the mat. So we're here in this table. We're just going to curl our toes, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, send the hips back. Release the upper body. You're just breathing into that stretch through the bottoms of your feet. Breathe in and out. Release the shoulders. One more breath. Coming back to your table, tops of the feet back to the mat. And today we're going to do something, it's an infinity symbol. So it's like that 8, that kind of keeps going. So what we're going to do is we'll take an inhale and we'll send our shoulders and chest towards that left shoulder. And then inhale over towards the right shoulder. Exhale into that right hip. And then continue to exhale through the left hip. So inhale forward. Exhale back round. So find your breath moving through. Actually, I've just made a square. I have not made an infinity symbol at all. So as you come back towards that left hip, slowly send the chest towards the right fingers, then over towards the left, then to the right hip, back to the left, up to the right, and around. So find your breath. And pardon my mess up. When you get over your left shoulder the next time, go straight back to that left hip. Over to the right hip. And then over back to that left shoulder. So we're just changing the direction. Give yourself 2 more. And then when you finish your last one, go ahead and send the hips back towards the heels. Release the arms long in front. Find a child's pose. Brow may come to the mat. If it would feel better in your body to do wide leg child's pose, you can bring the knees towards the outside edges of the mat, sending the belly in between the legs, allowing yourself to melt down between the thighs a little bit deeper. Last breath. As you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, moving back through. You're going to find those knees right back under the hips. Keep the arms out in front. So if you've reset your table, go ahead and send those fingers. It's about 1 palm's length forward. Take an inhale, and then exhale, slowly send the pelvis towards the floor. Lower from this kneeling plank all the way down to the floor. Inhale, lift the crown up, engaging the legs so the kneecaps come off the floor because you've engaged the legs. And breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the head back down while you press into the palms and then come right back into child's. Inhale, come back up. Pelvis comes forward, lowering down all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, back to child's. Full breath rotation. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your crown. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press in. Exhale, reset your table. From here, you can curl your toes. Shake out the head. Sway the hips side to side. Find your stillness. We'll take a nice big deep breath. As you're ready, down dog. So you can pedal up the feet here.
Connect breath to the movement. So inhales, bend a knee. And then exhale, just moving through, pressing the hands into the floor. Long spine. Trying not to let the lower back round, not worrying about whether or not the knees are locked. Bent. Don't lock your knees. If down dog is too much, you can stay in table. You can continue to move through some cat-cow postures. Continuing to warm up where you can, maybe send the hips side to side. If you're in down dog, just keep paddling, keep breathing. And then wherever you are, find stillness in that posture. So inhale deep, and then exhale. Find some stillness. As you're ready, take an inhale. And we're going to meet together at the top of the mat in a forward fold. If you've got a blanket on your mat, and you want to go ahead and move that out of the way, you can. We'll meet together, top of the mat, forward fold. You've got to bend in the knees. Our legs are not warm. So as you're ready, take an inhale halfway. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale down low. And then exhale, slow rise. We'll come all the way up. Palms come near the hips. And then open towards me. So really open the palms up. And then we're going to start at the soles of the feet. Just start to rock back and forth on your feet. You're coming from the balls of the feet to the heels. Relax the upper body. Just starting to see and sense, not see, but sense your feet on the mat. So bring some stillness and make it slower now. Start to really slow it down. See how much more sensation there is when you just slow it down and start to feel in all the little spots. So find that stillness, but keep the knees, don't lock the knees. And then slowly start to roll from the inside ball right behind the big toe. Start to roll from there through the toes and the pads right at the top of the actual foot. All the way down the edges of the outside of the feet, through the heel. All the way through the inside edges of the feet. All the way back up to the big toes. So right now you're feeling into the feet, but you're also starting to wake up the ankles. And it feels good. Give yourself just a couple more. All right. So we're at the top of the mat. We're feeling really good through our feet. If you want to pick up like maybe one ankle at a time and just give yourself a few little circles there with the ankle. Getting some synovial fluid moving into those joints as well. And change sides. And as you're ready, come back to stillness, top of the mat. Bring those palms either side of the hips, straight ahead. So now back into those feet, feeling very centered. Knees don't lock. We're going to tuck the tailbone in just a little bit. And then we're going to see and feel the spine extend long. Chin comes in just a bit. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Nice big deep breaths and exhales it out, just exhaling it out. One more. All right. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to bend the knees just a little bit, but when we bend the knees, we're going to make sure that we keep the spine long. So we're not going to let the tailbone round. We're going to keep the spine long, okay? So it's a bend to the knees, and it looks a little bit like this. Well, it looks like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep moving. Last one. We'll meet with the hands above the head, shoulders relaxed. Inhale here. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold all the way down. And once you get there, make sure that you've hinged at the hips. You've given yourself a little bit of space to release the lower back by bending the knees. From here, you can clasp elbows, give yourself a little gentle rock side to side. You can keep the hands on the floor and just let them kind of move around you like you're a willow tree. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Come back to stillness. We'll take an inhale halfway, long spine. Exhale, release down. Inhale down low. And then exhale, slow rise, coming all the way back up. Palms come near the hips. We'll take a fresh inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale down through heart center, bowing chin to chest. Just noting, observing how you're feeling in your body in this moment. Gaze is towards the floor or eyes are closed. You're just noticing, observing how you feel, what's showing up for you in this moment. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, open your eyes and we're going to move into our first flow. So it's going to look like this. I'll do it both directions just so I know that y'all can see me. So we're going to move from that's basically what we're going to do, okay? So we're going to have the feet just not quite hip width distance. We've got this tall spine, hands are at heart center, crown of the head up towards the ceiling. We'll take an inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly move that body weight over into the left side of the body. Go ahead and feel the whole foot connected to the mat. Press that left foot into the mat, not locking the left knee. Elongate through the spine so you feel everything lift up. Nice, strong, empowered, and then this right knee lifts, right foot flexed. Core engages, maybe the pelvis tucks in just a bit, engaging the glutes. We've got 2 more breaths right here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, send that right foot back. We're coming into crescent. So you're going to be on the ball of the right toes. You got this left knee right over the left ankle. And you're going to make sure that the ankle is right behind the toes, okay? Send that right heel back. Hands are at heart center. 2 more breaths right here. If this is too much, you can always lower that right knee down to the floor. Just do a kneeling crescent. Inhale here. Exhale, send that right heel in, and you're coming into warrior two. So notice when you get into warrior two, all I did was open the hips, completely opened the hips. So now the hips are open to the right, the arms are out into a T, and this left knee is right over the left heel. Breathe. Let it all go. Not leaning forward. Shoulders are right over hips. All right, here we go. Nice big inhale. Spinning onto the ball of that right foot. My left foot just went over to the right when I did that. Hands back at heart center. Energy into the ball of the right foot. Nice big inhale. Top of the mat. Let it go. Shimmy it out. So maybe give yourself some coat hanger arms here. Releasing where you can. And then as you're ready, we'll meet at the top of the mat. Hands come back together at heart center. Feet are a little bit wider. They're not hip width distance, but they're a little bit wider. You've got a little bit of space in between. Maybe like 2 fists together. All right, here we go. Nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, moving body weight over to the right side of the body, go ahead and find that full connection with the foot on the mat. Elongate and power all the way up to the crown of the head. And then lift this left knee. Engage that left foot. Breathe. Tuck in the pelvis. Engage the core. You've got 2 more breaths right here. And then as you're ready, nice fresh breath. And then exhale, step that left foot back. You're on the ball of the left foot. Sinking, lunging into this right knee. Hands are at heart center. Long spine. Send that left heel back. Breathe through. Left knee lowers if you need it to. Here we go. Nice big inhale. Exhale, we're opening into that warrior two. So right knee comes over that right heel. And the heel is right behind the toes. Hips are open. Knee stays over heel. Arms into that T. Shoulders right over hips. Gaze over middle finger of right hand. Shoulder blades trying to come together to really open through the heart here, engaging the upper body. 2 more breaths. Here we go. Inhale, spinning onto the ball of the left foot, coming back into that crescent. Energy into the ball of the left foot, top of the mat. Keep the hands together at heart center here. Move the hips, pedal out the feet a little bit, march it out. And then start to slow it down, just like we did earlier. Observe how you're feeling. Give yourself the breath that you need to move any of that energy out. Hands at heart center. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, swan back, forward fold. 2 breaths right here. Now, as you're ready, those hands come to the floor, and you're going to step your feet back. You're either coming into plank or kneeling plank. So it's up to you. Kneeling, not kneeling. Wrists are right under shoulders. Breathe. Press the hands into the floor, strong through the arms. Inhale deep. Exhale, we'll move all the way down just like we did at the beginning of the class. Everything comes to the mat. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Go ahead and start to press the feet. Engage the legs. Inhale, lift the crown. Breathe here, 3 or 4 breaths. Moving the hands so you know that you're lifting from the low back, not from the hands. This strengthens and stretches the lower back. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Press into the palms and meet me back in table. So we are going to do something that we're going to be on our knees. So if you want to grab your blanket, feel free to do that. So set up your table. And from here, what you're going to do, a kneeling half moon. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to take this right foot and you're going to kick it out to the right. You're going to make sure that this right wrist is right over the right shoulder. And then you're slowly going to engage this left leg. Keep it flexed. It's right behind, okay? And then you're going to start to open up the hip and bring that left arm up towards the ceiling. So if you need to do it where the left foot stays on the floor for more balance, you can. If you keep the leg lifted, try not to just let the foot dangle. Really let the leg stay engaged and reach the fingertips up. Stay strong through that right arm. Breathe. One more breath. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bring it back to table. So bring that left knee in, bring that right foot in. You're resetting your table. Send the hips back, find a child's pose. Relax fully into the child's pose and notice how you're feeling. Observe what shows up from what we just did. Releasing anything that's showing up in the lower back. Nice big inhale. And as your exhale, we'll make our way back into table. We'll kick this left foot out to the left. We'll send the right foot back, making sure that left wrist is right under the left shoulder. Right leg is engaged. And then we're going to open through the hips and send that right arm up towards the ceiling. So we're strong through both arms. Hips are open, leg is elongated and flexed, really engaged, feeling it all the way into the glute. You can lower that right leg down if you need to. You've got 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bring it all in. And then once you come back to table, this time you're going to take both ankles and swing them over to the left so that you can come find a seat. So once you find this seat, you're going to send the legs long. You're going to find those two bony points on your booty and press them into the floor. Bottom of the tailbone. You've got a long spine. We'll take that same inhale we did at the beginning of class. Shoulders relaxed, gaze up towards the sky. Fresh breath. And then as you're ready, this right arm's going to reach over for the right foot somewhere. Elbow comes inside of the leg. Heart opens just like we did earlier, and that left arm goes up towards the ceiling. If it would feel good to turn the palm away from you and then bend the elbow so that the back of the palm can come to the lower back and really open through, sending that nose towards that left shoulder. Now see if you can flex the feet. Nice big inhale, send that left arm up towards the ceiling and then slowly twist the chest towards the floor as that left hand comes to the floor. Right hand comes outside of that right leg, just breathing in to this gentle twist. It's actually the undoing of a twist, so just find that stretch. See where it shows up. Exhales tell you everything you need to know. Last breath. Use those hands to walk yourself all the way back up. We'll take an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift it up. Gaze follows. And then that left hand comes over to the left foot. Elbow inside of the left knee. Right fingertips reach over. Heart is open to the right. Relax the teeth. You want to send that left arm up and then bend it so that the back of the palm is to the lower back and really open through the heart. You can. Flex the feet. Engage the legs. Inhale, right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, chest rotates towards the floor. Right hand comes to the floor. Right hand outside of right leg. Left hand outside of the leg. I said right leg, I meant left leg, sorry. Breathe. Two more breaths. Use your hands to walk yourself up. We'll bring the legs together. If you've got that blanket on your mat, you can go ahead and move that out of the way. So you can move the blanket, you can bring the legs together, roll down onto the back, bring the knees up into the chest. And so you're going to take your hands and put them right below your kneecaps. And then start to make circles where the knees go away from you and then closer into the chest. Arms extend on the exhale. Inhale, they rotate it. Actually, that's the exhale. So inhale away. And then exhale closer to you. May feel good to circle the ankles here as well. You can go the other direction. One more breath. Release your hands from your legs. Hands come down on either side of the hips. Send the legs up towards the sky, and then slowly start to rotate the ankles, point and flex the feet. Send the toes down towards the chest and heels up towards the ceiling. Cross one ankle on top of the other and then bend the knees. Reach the hands down for the tops of the feet. And then as you're ready, you're going to slowly start to send the knees away. You're going to feel a really great stretch to the top of the foot. Relax the upper body. Inhale deep. Exhale, bring those knees back in towards the chest. Release your hands and send the legs back up towards the sky. Shake everything out. All right, cross the opposite ankle on top. So the one that was on the bottom last time comes to the top this time. Go ahead and bend the knees. Reach the hands down for the feet. And maybe this time the inside of the palm is a little bit lower towards the toes. And as you send the knees away, it starts to bend the toes down just a little bit. It deepens what we just did. Relax in your body where you can and observe what's showing up for you right here. Make any changes or modifications that your body wants right now. And then as you're ready, slowly bring the knees into the chest. Release the hands from the feet. Send the legs up. And then give yourself whatever you need for these last few breaths. So maybe it's windshield wipers. Maybe the outside edges of your feet come to the outside edges of your mat. And you just windshield wiper the legs for a bit. So as we start to make our way into Shavasana, I do want to just point out that Shavasana is that time where we allow our bodies to integrate all of the breath and the movement and the mental work, the emotional work that we just did throughout our practice. So don't shortchange yourself on Shavasana. But I'm going to ask that you give yourself whatever amount of time that you may want for Shavasana. I'm going to ask that you give that to yourself now so you can pause the video. And then as you're ready, come back and I will share something with you that I absolutely love, that I've been waiting to share with you. So pause, enjoy, and come back. So as you're ready, you'll bring your hands together at heart center. You're just coming back with us one more time in a comfy seat. And I don't know who wrote this, but I think it's amazing. And so I'm sending this out to each and every one of you. It says, you look in the mirror and you see yourself, but really it's not you at all. I mean, there's your eyes and your nose and your cute little smile, but that's not all there is to you, because you're not seeing the amount of lives you've touched with your presence. You're not seeing all the people you've made smile and laugh. You're not seeing how strong you are. In fact, all the battles you've overcome are completely invisible when you look in the mirror, hidden beneath your outside features.
So, my darling, listen to me when I say this. You are not as simple as a reflection. You are complex, wonderful, and something brilliant that a mirror simply does not have the capability to show. It's only showing one tree in the forest, one star in the whole galaxy, one grain of sand at the beach, and you are so much more than all of that. May you be well, may you be kind, and may you know kindness. Gratitude for practicing with me. Namaste.